There was a big merchant, whose village had many houses and factories, in which different kinds of animals lived. One day he along with his family went to the village to see the factories. He also saw his cattle shed where a donkey and a bull were tied. He saw that both of them were talking to each other. That merchant understood the speech of animals and birds. He stood silently and started listening to both of them. The bull said to the donkey, "You are very lucky, you always live happily. The Lord always takes care of you. You get cream and milk daily, you get barley for both the meals and clean water for drinking. Even after so much respect and hospitality, only this work is taken from you, that when there is a need, the owner goes away some distance sitting on your back. You never have any shortage of grains and grass. And as lucky as you are, I am equally unlucky. As soon as the morning comes, I go with the plough on my back. There they plough me through the day. The ploughman keeps whipping me regularly. My back is frayed by his whips and my shoulders by the yoke. Even after taking such hard work from morning to evening, these people put dry and rotten straw in front of me which I cannot eat. Whole night I lie hungry and thirsty in my dung and urine, and envy your comforts." Hearing this, the donkey said, "O brother, everything you say is true, you are really in great pain. But it seems that you are happy in this, you yourself do not want to live happily. Even if you die while working hard, these people will not feel sorry for your condition. Therefore, you do one thing, then they will not take so much effort from you and you will remain dry." The bull asked what could be the solution. The donkey said, "You showed yourself to be sick. Don't eat one evening's grain and lie down quietly in your place." The bull liked this suggestion very much. He listened to the donkey and said, "I will do the same. You have told me a very good solution. God bless you." The second day in the morning, when the ploughman went to the cattle shed thinking that he would take the bullock to plough the field as usual, he saw that the knight's saddle was kept as it was and the bullock was lying on the ground panting. Its eyes were closed and its stomach is bloated. The ploughman thought that the bullock was sick and thought that he did not plough it. He informed the merchant about the disease of the bull. The businessman came to know after hearing that the bull has shown himself to be patient by working on the donkey's education, so he told the ploughman to plough the donkey today. That's why the ploughman tied the donkey to the plough and made him work for the whole day. The donkey was not used to ploughing the field. He became very tired and his hands and feet started getting cold. Apart from physical labor, he was so beaten up all day that while returning home in the evening, even his feet could not feel properly. Here the bull remained very comfortable throughout the day. He ate all the milk in the manger and kept blessing the donkey. When the donkey came from the field falling down, the bull said that, "Brother, I got great happiness because of your preaching." The donkey could not answer due to fatigue and came and fell at its place. This mind started cursing itself that unfortunate, you destroyed your comfort and convenience to give rest to the bull. The minister told this much and said, "Daughter, you live in great comfort at this time. Why do you want to put yourself in trouble like a donkey?" After listening to her father, Shahrazad said, "I will not give up my stubbornness because of this story. Until you marry me to the king, I will keep chasing you like this." The minister said, "If you remain adamant, I will give you the same punishment that the merchant had given to his wife." Shahrazad asked, "Why did the merchant punish the woman and what happened to the donkey and the bull?" The minister said, "On the second day after dinner, the businessman went to the animal shed with his wife and started listening to the animals. The donkey asked the bull, 'What will you do if the ploughman brings you grains and grass in the morning?' 'I will do as you said,' said the bull. The donkey said, 'No, don't do this, otherwise you will die.' While returning in the evening, I heard that our master was telling his cook to call the butcher and the chammer tomorrow, and sell the meat and skin of the bull which had fallen ill. As a friend, I told you what I had heard. Now it is good for you that when fodder is put in front of you in the morning, you get up quickly and eat it and become healthy. Then our master will give up his intention of killing you after seeing you healthy. Hearing this, the bull got scared and said, "Brother, God bless you always. Because of you my life was saved. Now I will do as you have said." The businessman laughed out loud after hearing this. His wife was surprised to hear this. She started asking, "Why did you laugh without any reason?" The merchant said that this is not to be told. I can only say that I laughed after listening to the words of the bull and the donkey. The woman said, "Teach me also that knowledge by which we understand the speech of animals." The merchant refused it. The woman said, "Why don't you teach me this?" The merchant said, "If I teach you this knowledge, I will not live." The woman said, "You are deceiving me. Did the man who taught you this die after teaching it? How will you die, you lie? Whatever happens, I will continue to learn this knowledge from you. If you don't teach me, I will give up my life." Having said this, the woman came into the house, and, closing the door of her cell, kept on shouting and abusing all through the night. The merchant slept at night, but seeing the same condition the next day, he started explaining to the woman that you are unnecessarily stubborn, this knowledge is not worth learning for you. The woman said that until you tell me this difference, I will stop eating and drinking and will keep crying like this. The merchant said that if I accept your foolishness, I will lose my life. The woman said, "You live or die by my power, but I will continue to learn from you how to understand the speech of animals." When the businessman saw that this fool was not giving up his stubbornness, he called his and his in-laws' relatives to convince the woman to give up her stubbornness. Those people also explained to that fool in every way, but she did not budge from her stubbornness. She was not worried at all that her husband would die. Seeing this condition of the mother, the small children started wailing. The businessman could not understand how to explain to the woman that stubbornness to learn this knowledge is not right. He was in a strange dilemma: if I tell, I will die, and if I don't tell, the woman will die crying. In this uproar, he sat outside his house. He saw that his dog started growling, seeing his cock being fed by the chickens. He said to the cock, "Don't you feel ashamed that even on a sad day like today you are doing this work?" The rooster said, "What has happened today that I should not rejoice?" The dog said, "Today our master is very worried. His wife has lost her mind and she is asking him such a secret, telling which he will die immediately. If he doesn't tell, the woman will die crying. Because of this all the people are sad, and there is no one except you who even thinks of having sex with a woman." The rooster said, "Our master is a fool who is the husband of a woman, and that too is not under her. I have 50 hens and all are under me. If our Lord does one thing, his sorrow will go away now." The dog asked what the owner should do so that the understanding of his foolish woman would come back. The rooster said, "Our master should take a strong stick and go to the cell where his wife is screaming. Lock the door from inside and beat the woman fiercely. In some time the woman will leave her stubbornness." Hearing the cock, the merchant got up, took a thick stick and went to the cell where his wife was crying. After closing the door from inside, the businessman started showering sticks on the woman. Even after raising the cry for some time, when the woman saw that the sticks kept falling, she got scared. She fell at her husband's feet and started saying, "Stop her hand, now I will never insist like this." The merchant stopped his hand on this. After telling this story, the minister said to Shahryar that if you do not give up your stubbornness, then I will give you the same punishment as the merchant had given to his wife. Shahrazad said, "Your words are right in their place, but I do not want to change my opinion in any way. I also know many historical incidents and stories to justify my wish, but it is useless to tell them. If you don't fulfill my wish, I will reach the service of the king myself without asking you." Now the minister is helpless. He had to obey Shahrazad. He reached the king and pleaded in a very mournful voice, "My daughter wants to tie the knot with you." The king was very surprised at this. He said, "You know everything, yet why did you take such a terrible decision for your daughter?" The minister said, "The girl herself has insisted on me for this. Her happiness lies in the fact that she becomes your bride for one night and dies in the morning." The king's surprise increased with this fact. He said, "Don't be under the illusion that I will leave my promise after taking care of you. As soon as the morning comes, I will hand over your daughter to your hands to get her killed. Also remember that if you delay in killing him, because of child love, I will order your slaughter along with his slaughter." The minister requested, "I am your foot servant. It is true that she is my daughter and her death will make me very sad. But I will obey your orders." After listening to the minister, the king said, "If this is the case, then why should there be delay in this work? You bring your daughter tonight and marry her to me." The minister took leave of the king and came to his house and told the whole thing to Shahrazad. Shahrazad was very happy to hear this and expressed her gratitude to her grief-stricken father and said, "You should not repent by marrying me. If God wills, you will remain happy for the rest of your life with this auspicious work." Then Shahrazad took his younger sister Duniyazad in solitude and said to her, "I want your help in one thing. I hope you will not deny it. Will take me to marry the king. Don't be upset because of this, but do as I say. I will make you sleep nearby on the wedding night, and ask the king to let you come to me so that I can give you patience before I die. I'll start telling the story. I believe that this remedy will save my life." Duniyazad said, "I will do as you say." In the evening the minister went to the palace with Shahryar. He got the daughter married to the king according to religion, and left the daughter in the palace and came home. In solitude, the king said to Shahrazad, "Remove the mask from your face." When the mask was lifted, the king was stunned by her matchless beauty. But seeing tears in her eyes, he asked, "Why are you crying?" Shahrazad said, "I have a younger sister, who loves me very much, and I also love her very much. I want him to be here today too, so that at sunrise we two sisters can hug for the last time. If you allow, he should also sleep in the adjacent room." The king said, "What is the problem? Call him, and why in the next room, in the same room on the other side?" Therefore, Duniyazad was also called to the palace. Shahryar slept with Shahrazad on the high royal bed, and Duniyazad was lying on another small bed nearby. When a moment was left for the night, Duniyazad woke up Shahrazad and said, "Sister, I could not sleep the whole night worrying about your life. My mind is very disturbed. You are not getting much sleep, and if you remember any good story at this time, then tell it so that I am happy." Shahrazad told the king that if you allow me, I should fulfill the wish of my dear sister in the last moments of my life. The king gave permission.